Hello and welcome back to Merryvale. It is Tuesday night here at Merryvale, and well, let's see, we're nearing the end of August, and it's another scorcher. 96 degrees, I believe, right now. But I just came from the health department where I filed an application for a septic system permit. And while I was out here in the county, I thought I should stop by the property and see what I could get done tonight. Since I just filed the application for the septic permit, I thought it might be a good time to attempt creating a path or a small trail to the site of where the perk test was done, so that when the county inspector comes out and looks, he won't have such a hard time getting to it. Now, I don't know if I have the right equipment with me to do that in one evening, but I'm sure going to give it a try. Made a couple passes with the brush hog there, and just to keep the shoulders of the driveway cleaned up a little bit. Somehow I've got to get up to that perk site, and it can be hard to do with the brush hog on the back. A couple reasons. One, and I'll flip you around here. So all down that way is woods and heavily treed, forested with the tall pines. My perk site is right in there, and but you may or may not be able to see it. It's uphill from here. There's a ditch that runs right along the road, and then over that ditch, it's pretty thick right here at the side of the road. Once you get in there, it's not quite as thick, but it's also not smooth, very rough ground. but just getting up in there with the brush hog is going to be a challenge. Same as I look down this road, I got a ditch all along the left side there that I would have to cross over, and for most of it there is a embankment on the left side that I got to go up and in. As you get further around that bend, it actually it's not so steep going in, but there's still a ditch to navigate. So I'm gonna try, I guess, a couple exploratory runs to try and punch through there. I'm gonna do it without the bush hog running, hopefully not tear anything up. So here goes nothing. stuck. I noticed the four-wheel drive mechanism has popped loose again underneath. That's the second time that's happened. I'm not real happy about that. Not yet sure how to get out of this, so I'm gonna think on it for a bit. I'll be right back. Okay, well, I don't know how I did it, but I did it. First thing I did was I disconnected the PTO. My plan was to disconnect from the brush hog altogether and then come back for it with pallet forks if I could get the tractor free. But somehow I got everything just right and I was able to back out. And I'm not really sure how, but small blessings, right? I'm thankful. So now I've got to get this brush hog hooked back up correctly. I've got to repair where the cotter pin came off of my four-wheel drive lever again, and then I'll regroup. Okay, and there's the culprit again. I don't have any extra washers with me, but I do have a cotter pin. Have to remember to bring some out next time I come. So I'll bet some of you other Kioti folks are having this same problem. Chime in the comments if you are. I'd love to know if you've come up with a fix for it. Good enough for government work, I guess. Well, I did not accomplish what I had hoped to accomplish today. Got the tractor fixed. I think that's going to be it for today. I need to get, I got about an hour to drive home. It's getting late and I have to work tomorrow to make some toys. So I think I'm going to call it for the evening and think about what I can do better next time. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Here in Merryvale, where it's always Christmas. Take care, everybody.